I duck behind my father's bar and pour more early times bourbon into my Coke. Then I gulp it down. My mother is back at her canvas, painting bushy black pubic hair. She sips tab and vodka, then stands back to study her painting. Staley and Falk are sitting there on the couch in the living room, drinking their drinks and watching her. The amplifier is buzzing alone in the rumpus room. As I walk up to her, I feel something coming on, a surge of mania. In the future, you'll just plug in your mind and let it spew. A faucet on the side of your head. Turn it all the way on and let the colors and shapes gush out onto the floor. Stir it around with a broom and there you go, and go. No practice required, no paint, no brushes, no canvases, no nothing, and no excuses. Just you and your naked brain. Oop bip bip, oop bip bip, yeah! Do you hear me? My mind has wings. Do you believe me? Yeah! She turns nonchalantly to me, taking a puff from her cigarette. If you say so, she says. I say so. In fact, let me prove it to you. Let me paint. Let me show you how to really paint. How to tap right into your subconscious. I try to grab her paintbrush, but she wrestles it out of my hand. You're out of control. No more liquor, she says. I don't need liquor. My nervous system is about to leave this star cluster. I'm like a German nuclear engine. I want to show you something. Staley and Falk are just sitting there smoking and watching. I walk across the room. I pick up the cheap acoustic guitar that I bought down in Tijuana. I strum the same chord over and over and chant, everybody's talking about the seventh son. In the whole damn world there is only one, and I'm the one. I'm the one. No more musical instruments. Then I grab the guitar by its neck, raise it high over my head, and smash it on the bricks that lead to the rumpus room. I smash it 3 more times before the sound box comes loose and is shattered into splinters. No, stop! My mother is screaming as she comes running toward me. Staley and Falk are sitting there smiling. I walk over to the bar and get another drink. As I'm pouring whiskey into the glass, she grabs the bottle and tries to wrestle it out of my hand. I pick up the highball glass and gulp down the little bit of whiskey that ended up at the bottom. Then I open the sliding glass door and run out into the backyard. I wind up and hurl the glass over the top of the house. My God, she screams, are you out of your mind? It's your fault. You wanted to compete with me. You remind me of my drunken father, she says. Let's get out of here, I say to Staley and Falk. Where do you want to go, man? Asks Staley. Anywhere. Let's just cruise. Maybe we should go to Hollywood and pick up some chicks. That might be cool, says Staley. Staley has a license, and he has his own car. Nobody's going anywhere, says my mother. Not after I provided the booze. Give me your car keys. She reaches into Staley's pocket and tries to get the keys. Listen, pretty mama, you just stepped out of bounds, he says. He jerks her hand out of his pocket and shoves her hard. She spins all the way around and loses her balance, then falls backward onto her butt. As she sits in the middle of the living room floor looking slightly dazed, Staley and Falk start laughing. I see red. Before there is thought, my fist connects with Staley's face, and a shockwave goes through my arm. There's a crunching sound, and he goes down, holding his nose. I feel disconnected, like I'm watching a movie. You fucker! Why'd you do that? The bitch was out of control. Nobody pushes her down like that, understand? Nobody. Staley struggles up, holding his nose. Blood is streaming down his arms, and his shirt is stained red. I can smell it. He moves to the front door, turns and looks at me with hate, then slams it hard. Falk walks slowly across the living room, shaking his head, then follows Staley out the door. My mother is still on her butt, in the middle of the living room carpet. I walk over and offer my hand. As I pull her up, she looks into my eyes, then starts laughing. I haven't seen that kind of action since I lived in New York. You remind me of my old boyfriend, Ivan. He was a Trotskyite and a mad painter. If someone looked at me the wrong way, he beat them up. It was very exciting. She lights a cigarette and walks over to the wet bar. As she grabs an ice cube with her chrome tongs, she turns to look at me again with the cigarette dangling from her lips and eyes squinting from the smoke. It's the same defiant look as the woman in her painting. It's good to have a man around the house, she says after a long pause. Then she puts her cigarette down in the ashtray, parts her lips slightly, and walks slowly toward me.